Peace, everyone. Hopefully, you can all hear me. Just when you come through, drop a one in the chat if you can. If not, I'll just keep going. You know. But yeah, back again after a brief hiatus over the end of December. Um, got a chance to relax. Not really not really stress too much about coming up with things to talk about or things to draw, and let my mind simmer a little bit, letting it settle. Peace, Imanaya, peace on the radio. Okay, good. Give thanks. Yeah, man, your two was coming through. But yeah, I wanted to touch on a couple of things that are on my mind. Um, just thinking in the realm of an artist, in the realm and the mindset of an artist, and what that actually means um, in this day and age, as opposed to what it may have meant in the past. You know, Nowadays being an artist is like being a commodity. It's like being a product, and it hasn't really been that different in the past, but it was definitely a little bit more subtle. You had artists who weren't buying into the idea of being a commodity, or buying into the idea of saying, okay, you can do what you want with me and my image, just as long as I get paid. That's cool. There was a time where artists actually had a message that they wanted to get out to people. And I'll always remember the first time I spoke to Chief Yuya, and he said, "It's not really about how you make your art, but it's what you make." That always stuck with me, and I always thought about what I wanted to make. I definitely knew I didn't want to make things that were um, following behind people, following a trend or doing things that other people thought would be lucrative, or others thought would be popular. And it wasn't until I heard this clip from Peter Tosh recently. I've heard it before, sampled on songs and things like that, but I heard it recently, and it was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I started thinking about all of the different things I used to try to portray or express, which is what you want to do with art. There's a quote that says, "Being an artist is like a tug of war between the desire to express yourself and the desire to hide." And I definitely, I definitely can relate to that. But yeah, man. Oh, peace. Talk to your speakers. Peace, peace, peace. But yeah, man, I had a couple of different experiences over the break as well, dealing with. I went to Canada for the first time, and I did a bunch of things that would be considered white, basically, to put it in a nutshell. My eldest brother was like, "All right, then go to Canada and turn white." But yeah, ice skating for the first time, snowboarding, um, experienced my first snowfall, uh, gun range, you name it. I was trying to do everything. But it was also the downtime that helped me to realize that there's other options in life than the ones that you're presented with based on where you're from or where you live. And sometimes people can surround you with false, it's like distractions or red herrings, so that you would look at them as opposed to stepping back and realize you can do anything you want at any point in your life. And sometimes getting involved with certain people or certain types of spirits, sometimes you forget that because they want you to focus only on them, because it's your attention and your energy that feeds them. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to give a preface for why I chose this topic, because it is a season of reflection. We're still in the solstice season. You know, we're not really, as far as me and my community, we don't really celebrate the new year in January, on January 1st. We celebrate it in the springtime, right? So, which is the actual new year according to our culture. So I'm not really doing this as like peace to be. Yeah, man. I'm not really doing this as New Year's resolution sort of vibe. That's not where I'm going with this. But it's just like this isn't actually it's a good time to bring that quote. It's there was a live remake of Street Fighter, and the one good part about that was Bison, the villain, was telling a story to someone who he killed her mother, or father rather. He killed the character's father. So she was like, she swore her life to revenge, and he caught her and he was explaining to her, listen, the day I graced your village with my presence, you know, it must have been the most important day of your life. But to me, it was just Tuesday, you know. So January 1st was just Sunday to us, you know. And sometimes people can try to trap you with what's important to them and try to make it important to you. And in order to do that, they try to undermine or destroy what you already stand on, or what you came into the door with. You know, so I just been thinking about the early years of most artists that I know, because most of the time, my favorite work from artists is right before they get big. Like it's their first project, which is like some people say this is my baby. You know, their first project is where they put their heart and soul and their highest concept of who they think they are. And after that, it's like jumping through hoops to try to remain that person and try to elevate them while not being ensnared by what everyone else says they should be. And what everyone else says they should be is just, you know, what benefits them the most. So I'm gonna get started, but I also wanted to play that clip. But there's also another song before I switch up the vibe too much. I also wanted to play this one because it's from one of my favorite artists before he got, you know, super famous or super popular. And it's not that he has changed that much in terms of his music or what he puts out, but this was like filled with a lot of energy and a lot of sacrifice at this point in his life. So if you recognize him, then cool. But this is the intro to one of his mixtapes.
Yeah. You ever prayed for something your whole life? I mean, all you dreamed about was this one thing. I mean, you know it's coming. You have faith in all that. But sometimes you second guess yourself. That's human nature, I suppose. Second guessing. When life seems to take you through more downs than ups. It seems like it gives you more losses than wins. Whether you stand tall and be bold, whether you fold. Do you believe? See, I came a long way. Way too far for me to stop now. Not that I would stop anyways, but I'm so close I can feel it. Can you feel it?
All right, so for this one, I gotta warn, gotta give a disclaimer. If there's any babies in the room, there is some harsh language in it, but sometimes I can't bear to censor certain things because they they come out how they were supposed to come out, and to censor them is just to you're diminishing what it is that they were trying to say, or the fullness of what they were trying to say. So I posted this video to my Instagram earlier this strong because it, like I said, it gave me like a aha moment in terms of how how much you would really care about putting your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and someone holds back from sharing it based on their own agenda. So a little bit of preface. This is again Peter Tosh speaking, and he was signed to this record label EMI, and there was this concert that he did, I think in Germany. I think I could be wrong, but there's this concert that he did that went sort of straight to VHS, and there was a certain amount of copies put out. I think there's like 40,000 copies put out, and what had happened was those sold out, but no more came out afterwards, and people were hounding him. Like one of the interviewers, this was an interview in New York. The interviewer was sort of hounding him, like he was the one holding the music back. Like he didn't want it to come out, and he got kind of frustrated because this was one of the things that he like. I want to know too. Why aren't they putting my music out? Peace him queer. Oh, since you're coming in, disclaimer again. There is some quote unquote profanity coming. So if your ears are sensitive, someone will give a smoke signal when the fire is out, and same goes to you too. Peace, Sovereign Eats. So anyway, he basically he didn't lose it, but he expressed what he was going through and his thoughts on the opinion. I mean, his thoughts on the matter, and he wanted to make it clear that he wasn't going to compromise on what it is his message was, But unfortunately, 1 year later, he was murdered in a home invasion. So this is the clip. And one more disclaimer for good measure. Let me know if you can understand what he's saying too, because
Seeing, but I am glad you made mention of this, and I am also glad that representatives of EMI, my recording company, is here to hear you saying that bomber class, because
all right, let's take it a step further and see how many copies are going to sell in Japan as compared to United States.
I know that. Seeing, all these things are intentional, done to exploit the artists. Seeing,
but if the people want the video bad enough, believe me, they got it. I got it for them.
I don't even like hear them rascal thing there, but I didn't talk to them. But I am only glad you mentioned that, my dear, and thank you very much.
Video is important for us.
Yes, and they don't do nothing for that.
I have a comment regarding the video, as well as demand. When I went to buy my copy of the video, they told me at the store that they had many, many requests for that video at that time. So just so the record company should know that that video is in demand.
I know that. See, but it's not a Michael Jackson bumbleclot element, and not a little with the next one named Prince element, and them kind of little big back bumbleclot element. It's too, what's it? It's too black for them. Is that I want to know if it's too bumbleclot black for them, or it's too right for them? Because it's not wrong, because people don't want wrong things.
But in a way, we've had to start companies which are reggae video companies, or this video company, or that video company, that just deal with that, because they don't.
I know that.
And that's what I'm on.
Well, my dear, I'll show you like no. When you mention this, I'm very glad you mentioned this, because, you see, as I say, these are things, I don't cut as I say.
I'm sorry, was there a record for that video?
A record. Yes, yes.
So why can't the video be yes? So why can't the video be released at the same time?
For example, when I asked EMI why is not the live album released, they told me they released 40,000 America. In one day, it sold off. One day. Seeing and no more was put out from that time. These things are the things that I bumbleclad talk about. And when I get so fucking upset, I don't bother blood clot talk English bumbleclad grammar. Cause them things they get me very bumbleclad upset. Seeing? And all because, you know why? I am not singing darling, I blood clot, love you, and come shake my rust, and I swim the ocean and climb the mountain. See? And that not going to change me. See? Because I am going to kill the fuckery out there. And people is going to be in demand for the truth. People is sick and tired of hearing bumbleclad, get down, shake your fucking body. See? People is sick and tired of hearing darling, I blood clot, love you. You turn on the fucking radio 24 bumbleclad hours a day. You hear darling, I love you. A man singing, a man wouldn't sing to the almighty rasclad. Him love him woman more than the creator who create the sun, the moon, and the bumbleclad star. I sick and tired of hearing that bumble blood clot sing.
Yeah, Sovereign E2 he was irate. Yeah, to put it kindly. And you can hear the frustration from the artist because he couldn't put out, like, he wasn't in control of the distribution. You know, he wasn't on that side. It's not like nowadays where you could, you know, make your own records in your closet, and like you could just make a studio in your closet and put out a hit record and say, I don't need the industry. I'll just, you know, I'll promote myself on Instagram or on YouTube, and, you know, I'll try to get it from the mud. And even now you have the algorithm which you got to try and beat, whereas before people could just, you know, search for your music. But now this algorithm is like, if it's not what's, you know, popular, it's just going to pop up. I mean, it's not just going to pop up on people's stuff. What is this? Oh, someone is advertising. Someone is advertising to me. Look at that. Same stuff, right? Someone just popped on the live and just started advertising, saying, I'll promote your channel. You know, this is on Twitch. So I'm not sure if people on YouTube could see that part of the chat. But this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Anyone can just pop up and be like, well, I'll promote you. You know, I'll offer you some promotion. I'll get the word out to people about you. You know, and all you have to do is this. You know, so people already pop up for they pop up with their agenda, and they pop up with a deal. You know, it's like I think there was a show, Let's Make a Deal. It's sort of like that. Let's make a deal every time you meet someone, because it's not like you need a high-rise building or some expensive corner office somewhere to say you're a record executive. You can just say, I'm a social media influencer. You know, if you share my channel, or, you know, I'll promote your business, or I'll promote your product, you know, or they'll get a social media influencer and even put them in movies. Sometimes that happens. And what happens once you get that foot in the door and you don't have a thorough understanding of how that environment works, or you don't have a thorough understanding of how conniving people can actually be, you think it's just the stuff that you may see in movies. But people are very creative when they're trying to get what they want, and everything isn't really put on videos because some people get away with it. Everything isn't always shown on TV, so there are some things you just have to experience for yourself if you put yourself out there. You know, which is why it's so important to have covering and headship and elders to tell you that don't make no sense. You know, that's a very dangerous proposition that person just gave to you. And it's frustrating for a lot of artists when the business side meets the art side, and you just want to make stuff, but you also have to be a very savvy business person. you know. And sometimes if you're not careful, skipping that step of understanding how human nature works can come back to bite you. But artists are very perceptive if they're dealing with truth. You know, if you understand how human nature works, then and it's a part of your art, you know, to not try to gloss over that truth or that fact, then you'll see things coming because you know that this isn't right. You know, you have that sort of intuitive sense. As long as you don't compromise on that sense and just go with what someone tells you because it seems like they would have better information or they would have better insight because they've been here longer, you know. But you got here based on that inkling or that spark that you came to the planet with, that you managed to survive this far, went through school and didn't lose it. You know, you grew up around family members who didn't understand you and you didn't lose it. There's some things that you hid about yourself just so that you could preserve it. And now here it is. You're finally close to getting what people quote unquote call it making it. You know, you're really close to it. And you think, okay, now I have to surrender to someone who may know the industry better than I do. And this is where character comes in. Because it's really scary when you get around people in an unfamiliar environment and they're telling you to do something and you're out of your depth. You know, you don't know if they're telling you the right thing, the wrong thing. You don't know if they're stringing you along. So I sort of feel for artists back in that time, even artists today, you know, but back in that time where everything was so, it seemed like it was so far away. It's hard to imagine that someone wasn't able to turn on a camera and just generate 60,000 followers, you know, based on what it is they do or say, and based on what people are tuning into. Yeah, man. So I'll play a little bit more music, and I'll get into this a little bit more, and then we could have a dialogue. But in the meantime, you can put in the chat what's something that you've put your heart into, you know, something that you didn't really want to allow to be corrupted. So, for example, this is something that I put my heart into, right? And I can't put it down. You know, I tried on numerous occasions because I thought I had to, whether it was bills or rough times. Like I can't focus on that right now. Um, I need to make ends meet. So I'll put this aside for a while and then I'll come back to it. You know, and I can never just put it away. But there does come a time when you lose it if you're not connected to it, if you don't have it in your heart anymore, or if you say, you know, I used to do that and I used to be pretty good, but now I don't do it anymore. You know, and then you wonder, well, what happened to that person who couldn't not do it? Did they die? You know, was it a necessary sacrifice, or is that thing still alive in you, but you just lost touch with it, and you know, you just need to take a step back and reflect and see whether or not it's important in your life, you know.
Sitting in the morning sun, watching all the birds passing by. And oh, how sweet they sing. Oh, how much I wish that I could fly. And I try, said I try. Lord, I try. I really try. But I got to pick myself up. dust myself off, start all over again. I got to pick myself up, dust myself off, yeah. Start all over again. I am that I am, mighty and thunderable, except Beer Massacre, Mawira, Sfatara, Madania, Lam, Easterling, the coast of Gast, Side Ethiopia. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. Neither are you to live up to mine. I don't owe no one, no obligations. No one owe me none, so everything is fine. I said I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. Learn to love your brother. Don't covet your neighbor. Me from the city, it's getting shitty. It is filled without equity. I said I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. Learn to love your brother. Don't covet your neighbor. Get out of the city, cause it is so shitty. And it is full of autocrity. I said I am that I am, I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am. I am that I am, I am, I am.
I'm leaving. Stop the train, I'm leaving. Stop the train, I'm leaving. I said it won't be too long, whether right or wrong. Won't be too long, whether right or wrong. Stop the train, I'm leaving. Stop the train, I'm leaving. Stop the train, I'm leaving. Said it won't be too long. Yes. None is crying out for justice. Everyone is crying out for peace. Yeah. None is crying out for justice. I don't want no peace. I need equal rights, justice. I need equal rights and justice. I need equal rights and justice. Got to get it. Equal rights and justice. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Followers of Jesus. Everybody wants to go up to heaven. But none of them want to die. I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice. I've got to get equal rights and justice. I really need it. Equal rights and justice. Just give me my share. Equal rights and justice. What is due to Caesar? You better give it on to Caesar. And what belongs to I and I. You better give it up. Cause I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice. I need equal rights and justice. I've got to get equal rights and justice. I'm fighting for it. Equal rights and justice. Everyone headed for the top. But tell me how far is it from the bottom? Nobody knows, but everybody fighting to reach the top. How far is it from the bottom? I don't want no. I want equal rights. Just I need equal rights and justice. I've got equal rights and justice. I really need equal rights and justice. Everyone is talking about crime. Tell me who are the criminals? I said everybody's talking about crime. Tell me who are the criminals? I really don't say. I don't want no peace. I need equal rights and justice. We got to get equal rights and justice. I will be no crime. Equal rights.
Jesus, Yafe.
There be no criminals.
Did you come in late? I feel like I explained like the whole story. You go for Moses. Well, it's not untrue, but that's not who this is.
Justice down in Zimbabwe. Rise. Justice down in Russia. Rise.
I think you just like the thrill of guessing who it is, Sister Yaffe.
And there is no time and no price for your reason. Don't just watch your thoughts, they manifest the activities of your thinking. And we are thanking for being a part of life. Them a wonder how we do this and go with hate and hunger. Future profit, but as my locks get longer, hidden heart each a twist. No spread no propaganda, cause you can't stop this. Now them a wonder how they get for you to sleep and go with hate and hunger. With the profit, but as we locks get longer, hidden heart each a twist. We no beg, we no feel no sponsor, so no can't stop this. Just say no about me, yes, and tell me no business. I hold it up every nation. This you have to do, no man about the dancer. And we are on the crew. We're coming on 2002. They stand against you and hating me. Them just can't go to them heart, not clean nor free. I remind them so much of who they are supposed to be. I'm of royalty. Them lost their identity. Now them a wonder how we do this. Them go with great and hunger. Future profits, but as we lack scared longer, then heart with a twist. Let's spread no propaganda, cause you can't stop this. Every man for their own. The fact remains is shall wear the crown, crown. Ooh, get off your bones and Christ the door.
Oh, that's what I did. Okay.
You are behind, this is
Then
the
that's what you
Rasta
said.
man. This is the Rasta man sound. We are in to criticism. We know that God reflects the talent and honest the power of love. Now I see you want us to be like the road. That's where we can be saturated with all the mud. But now them I wonder how we do this thing wait on hunger. We drop profit, but as we love stay longer, feed them heart each other.
They slipping, G. They slipping.
Yo, them all up under, all the youths are slick. They come with all them hunger. This stop it, but as we love get longer, feed them heart each other. Now baby, look in the sponsor, so no can't stop. It is the portion of life, most natural it is nature. And if you know right, me say you can't stay about you. Free yourself and just step over. If you want know your roots, you will be in tune with nature. What are we doing? It's just true. Life was taught me the very things we do. It was all day for me and you. You have lost your way, no you don't have a clue. Now them I wonder how we do this, them go create and hunger. Picture profits, but as them last get longer, we then hard to confess. No spend no propaganda, cause you can't start this. The whole of them I wonder how the Rasta man so sweet. Them grow with hate and hunger. This a bit, but as them last get longer, we then hard them a kiss. Let's spend no propaganda, cause you can't solve. Just say no abomination, and some in a business. How this is for each and everyone. This you have to do, no man, no bother than Jah. And now we are on Jah crew. Wanna come in on the 2002s. They stand against you, hating me. Just can't go through because they're in clout no free. I remind them so much of who they are supposed to be. I'm a royalty. Them lost their identity. Now the whole of them I wonder how we do it. Them lose them, come with them hunger. With a profit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sailing, sailing. Say when I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving off at lightning speed, yeah. Take a seat and wait till I'm ready. I'm coming, so hold on steady, yeah. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa. Say big ship sailing on the ocean. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's a time when the sea gets rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, Mr. Man? Sit down, hold up tight, get ready, cause we're sailing. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Get ready, cause we're moving. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, 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 yeah. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, yeah. Say when I'm ready, you must hold on steady. We're moving on at lightning speed, yeah. Take a seat and just wait till I'm ready. I'm coming. Hold on steady, cause big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't
Okay, that's a little bit better.
need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We got to come over. Big ship sailing on the ocean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say we're sailing on the ocean. Yeah. Say there's a time when the sea gets rough, the wind is blowing and the fishes keep moving. What are you doing, Mr. Man? Sit down, hold on tight, get ready, cause we're sailing. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We don't need no commotion. Big ship sailing on the ocean. We got to come over. Ships sailing on the ocean. Oh, big ships sailing on the ocean. Everybody just a run complicated, but Israel don't have it captivated. One a time for you get cause everybody don't know Jaja and Baby. Africa, coming to take it. Oh, Ethiopia land is best of all. Repatriate and make we take it back. No plan for you and I, man. Work hard and make we do it in a gap. Africa, coming to take it. Oh, oh, oh. Africa, see your people coming. When we go there, we are. Jaja was sick, we are flying. When we go there, we are. Jaja was sick, we are flying. Africa have some real nice people. When you reach there, I know you will see it. Double hard for you and I, man. Work hard and we do the thing I got. Africa, without left here. Oh, Africa, here is how we gonna take it. Take our tracks up to North Africa. Then we move down to South Africa. They can move over West Africa. And then we end up in Ethiopia, man. We're coming to take it. Hold on, here. See the Israelites, them coming. When we go there, we know. Jaja was sick, we never run away, we know. Jaja was sick, we are so. Africa, here I come, here I come. I'm coming to get you. Oh, I remember the times when we used to sit in the park, holding hands together. I never should have gone away and left you like I did, girl. I thought you'd take me back, but I was just a little bit late. I was long weary. I know I am. Yes, I am. Oh, yeah. I was my lonely nicer. On the outside looking in, dreaming of holding you tight. Well, I guess I've had my day, you let me go my way. It's me who has to pay. A loser they call me, but now I'm a winner. Yes I am, yes I am. I was born a winner. I know I am, yes I am. Oh, I was born a winner. Oh, now, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was born to win. You don't have to tell me 'cause I know. Oh, I was born to win. My lonely days and my lonely nights, sir. On the outside looking in, dreaming of holding you tight. Well, I guess I've had my day, you let me go my way. It's me who has to pay. A loser they call me, but now I'm up in a war. I read these things in prophecy. Oh, looks like the sun, it doesn't shine for me. Still I'm a living, trying to be free. But freedom is a must, I know. No matter how they fuss and go on, because I read these things in prophecy. When the rain stops falling down and they've got no water, they're gonna bow down to the ground, wishing that they were under. And when the stars start falling down and fires burning, red out, there will be weeping and a gnashing of teeth. Yes, everyone will be mourning. A whole lot of people will be mourning. Everyone will be mourning. Sinners, you will be mourning. Looks like the moon, it doesn't shine for me. Wonder why? I always try to do right in the people's sight. Oh well, but freedom is a must, I know. No matter how they fuss and go on, because I read these things in prophecy. Here is what it says: when the rain stops falling down and they got no water, they're gonna bow down to the ground, wishing that they were under. And when the stars start falling down and the fire's burning red out, there will be weeping and a gnashing of teeth. Yes, everyone will be mourning. A whole lot of people will be mourning. Everyone will be mourning. Sinners, you will be mourning. Everyone will be mourning. Oh, well. Say, looks like the sun, it doesn't shine for me. Still I'm a living, trying to be free. But freedom is a must, I know. No matter how they fuss and go on, because I read these things in prophecy. Here is what it says: when the rain stops falling down and they've got no water, what they gonna drink? They're gonna bow down to the ground, wishing that they were under. Oh well, and when the stars start falling down and fires gnashing of teeth, and everyone will be moaning. Looks like the moon, it doesn't shine for me late at night. All I try to do is good in the people's life. Oh well, but freedom is a must tonight. No matter how they fuss and fight, because I read these things in prophecy. Here is what it says: when the rain starts falling down and they've got no water, they're gonna bow down to the ground and wishing that they were under. Oh well, and when the stars start. Straight to Mr. Babylon. Say, I know your evil plan, Mr. Babylon. Babylon, you're all right. Babylon, trouble treasure find. Babylon, you're all right. You brought us down here in captivity. Feed us with your brutality. Turn your back on humanity. You got no love and no identity. You're all right. You took away our father gold, robbed them of their sevenfold. Now you're locked behind the door. That's how you want them to know the score, man. I know your evil plan. You brought us down here in captivity. Feed us with your brutality. Turn your back on humanity. You got no love, no identity. You took away our father gold, robbed them of their sevenfold. Now you're locked behind the door. You wanted would know the score. Don't deny 'em all. Don't get to call him all. Go with your evil Didn't my people before me slave for this country? Now you look me with your penitentiaries. We built your schools. Brainwash education. You're trying to make us the fools. Well, hate's your reward for our love. Telling us I'm your God of God. We're gonna chase those dreams there. Chase those dreams there. Chase those crazy boys. Chase those crazy bumpers. Chase those crazy boys. Go out of town.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the front man. Come and with the strong plan. We won't take no bribe. We've got to stay alive.
Broke up.
We're gonna chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy boys. Chase those crazy bumpers. Chase those crazy boys. Right out of town. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from your. Run away from yourself. You run away from yourself. Hey, run away from yourself. Hey, run away from yourself. Run away from yourself. You must be running away. You must be running away. Oh, you're running away. Oh, Mama, tell me, running away. I want you to tell me why. Running away. Tell me why you're running away, child. Brother, to run from reality. Say you can't run from reality. Got to face reality. Got to face reality. Can't run, but you can't. You can run, but you can't. You can run, but you can't. Tell me why, tell me why. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. Run away from yourself. Oh Lord. Run away from yourself. Yeah, run away. Run away from yourself. Yeah, run away. Run away from yourself. Yeah, run away. Run away from yourself. You can't run away. What must have done? Something wrong. You must have done something wrong. I wanna know why you can't find the place where you belong. run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Throw away the false pride. Throw away the false pride. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Face reality. Face reality. Face reality. Face reality. Build your penitentiary. We build your schools. Your brainwash education. You want to make us the fools. Hatred there we want more love. Telling us something God and love. We're trying to chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy ballhead. Chase those crazy bumpy. Chase those crazy boys. Man to man is so unjust. Children, you don't know who to trust. Your worst enemy could be your best friend. And your best friend, your worst enemy. Some will eat and drink with you. They behind answers upon you. Only your friends know your secrets. So only he could reveal it. And who that guy is. Let them wear it. Who that guy is. Let them wear it. Said I throw me gone. In a garden fire. I see it. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah. Some will hate you. Pretend they love you now. Then behind they try to eliminate you. But who jobless? No one curse. Then God will pass the worst. Hypocrites and parasites will go up and take a bite. And if your night shift turn to day, Some will eat and drink with you. Then behind dances upon you, yeah. And did not you turn to day now? A lot of people would run away. Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Oh, them soft, yes, them soft. Them soft, yes, them soft. So come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Then see their dreams and aspiration crumble in front of their face. And all of their wicked intention could destroy the human race. I don't know, and now I know, and that's how I know. I reckon music, the chant of Babylon, music, the chant of Babylon, music, the chant of Babylon, music, the chant of Babylon. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Oh, them soft, yes, them soft, them soft. They say them soft. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Music, you're the key. Talk to you, please talk to me. Bring a voice up the Rasta man. Communicating to everyone. How I know. How I know. And how I know. Wicked music. Chant down, Babylon. Chant down, Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Reggae music, chant down Babylon. Royal Aki Congo, a dreadlock Congo. Royal Aki Congo, a black man redemption. A black man redemption. No need to get jumpy. No need, and no need to get bumpy. No need, and no need to get bumpy. No need to get bumpy. You the cool running. Can you dig it? Cool running, it's one more time. my redemption. Can you stop it? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Coming from the roots of King David, rose to the line of Solomon. Whose imperial majesty is the power of authority. Spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out, spread out, no need, no need, no need to get jumpy. And no need to walk away. Let me tell you about that. Cool Runnings. Can you hear that? Cool Runnings. One more time we want it. Cool Runnings. Cool Runnings. Spread out. Spread out. Spread out. Spread out. Spread out. Spread out. You're too rude. Hey! Oh, what a rat race! Oh, what a rat race! Oh, what a rat race! This is the rat race. Rat race, rat race. A summer love summer, a summer boss summer, a summer jack summer. Oh, what a rat race. Yeah. Rat race. A summer boss summer, a summer hooligan, a summer guinea gunner. In this year rat race. Yeah. Rat race. I'm singing that when the cat's away, the mice will play. Political violence in your city, yeah. Don't involve Rasta in your say. Rasta don't work for no CIA. Rat race, rat race, rat race, rat race. I'm saying, when you think it's peace and safety, a sudden destruction, collective security for surety, yeah. Don't forget your history, know your destiny. In the abundance of water, the food is thirsty. Rat race, rat race, rat race, rat race. Oh, it's a disgrace. We see the human race in our rat race, rat race. We got a horse race, we got a dog race, we got a human race. But this is a rat race. Rat race. breakfast late. Keep revising now to stop and say, oh my, what the boy can play. I said, oh, Johnny be good tonight. Yeah. Say, oh, Johnny be good. trying to find me. Babylon charge, I think I'm done. Which I know. How cold one man can drown. Must be getting from the zoo. I'm wanted by the evil forces. Yeah. I've been wanted. No place to hide. They are trying to find me. I've been accused for a shooting, y'all. Shadow never do. Who give me prison they're feeling? So I got to pull my way through. And I'm wanted, yeah, by the evil forces, yeah. Said I'm a wanted, no place to hide. They are trying to find me. Yesterday was court day, yeah, and I might forget to go. Today my name is in my papers, yeah. Next one today will show. So I'm wanted by the evil forces. Said I'm wanted, yeah. No place to hide. They're trying to find me.
All right, so I'm getting ready to wrap it up.
Just to
I think I got a good likeness though.
protect myself from them. 'Cause I'm never done.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a good likeness.
And I hate the dragon's den. And I'm wanted by the evil forces, yes. I'm always wanted. No place to hide. I know they're trying to find me. And I'm wanted by the evil forces, yeah. Said I'm wanted. No place to hide.
You see his furrow forming? Okay. I didn't even read none of these comments. Let's scroll up a little bit.
Don't like to see you prosper. Only like to see you suffer.
He ran into a fence as a youth and cut his eye. Toss, right? Okay, I thought he was going crazy when I read Fetty Wap. Who said Fetty Wap? There you go. Culprit right there. How dare you? Okay, Lord was in MF Doom. Oh, okay, he's grooving. Grooving self release. Okay. Right, you can't run from the circle. Alright, so y'all talking. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna shut it down. I don't wanna hold y'all too long. But of course, same time, same place, next strong Tuesday night we'll be finishing this up and learning a little bit more about Peter Tosh, aka Step and Razor. Give thanks to everybody who came through and was chilling with me. Yeah, so I'm about to close out. Y'all take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And remember, we're gonna be building on this on the Friday build as well on our New Life Global Ministries. But putting your heart into whatever you do, you know, and not allowing someone to convince you to step away from that. All right, so y'all be well. Peace, peace, peace.